Okay, T1 on defense, EDG on attack. 14-0.
Pacific's #2 seed. Their run so far this tournament has been nothing short of incredible. And starting it off on the map they took EDG down on the last time they faced off is exactly where they want to be.
It's tense here. You can feel it. EDG on the attacking side, of course, meaning T1.
Yeah, and T1 just go for a classic 4-1. The 4-1's are fades to get info. There's your info.
Both happy to brawl out.
Okay, Fade has one eye to try get some kills. Eye goes out. Dude, they haven't got through the choke point yet. Haven't got through the choke point. You committed all your smokes. Oh god, it started with an ace. How is that even a thing? They're all looking at the guy. God, didn't even meet you stunned. He's like, what the hell's going on?
You can feel it. The atmosphere in here. The crowd.
That's outrageous. What on earth are EDG doing? You should have exec 10 seconds ago. That's the easiest ace he will ever get. No one is looking at him.
What a moment.
Oh my god. Yes. Amazing. Meteor, the man to watch, and that is just killer. EDG come in, get
Meteor got all of them. Izu should kind of have 5 assists, to be honest.
Steal it back from T1 after losing last time around. But to start it off in that fashion is nothing short
Dude,
of
what happened?
I like what EDG are doing here.
Born stopped them.
Getting the lay of the land right, exploring through the map. This should kind of be quite indicative of what to expect.
I guess on pistol you gotta respect it.
They have got, I don't want to say an open site, because we do still see showers controlled there. But for EDG, you're looking at the small wins, right? Can they get a plant down? Can they cost anyone anything? Can anyone deal with Meteor?
No chance.
Apparently not.
Bro, is he gonna go back to back? We on for the record? Mate, just let him go for it. Guys, come on.
Shocking scene so far, and yeah, EDG, they'd be lucky to get a plant down at this point. No showers control. They finally call Simon in, but Meteor is still here with that Guardian.
Yeah, let him go for it. This is crazy. Let him go for it. Wait, Stacks. Dude, look at Chi-Chi running away from him. Chi-Chi's running away. They don't want to let him get it. They don't want to let him get the confidence. Crazy. 8-0.
Meteor is going to come into round 3 with the ultimate. Huge. Because of these kills, he gets the exact right amount of them. Then donate some orbs over to Stacks. I mean, what a way to kick it off, too.
And then let's talk bigger picture here, right? We do have a bonus that is pretty beefy, so we'll keep our eyes towards it with that ult in play as well. But EDG have had some rough games individually, I want to highlight. They are off to a 0-2
it kind of worked out better
start
that
for
Stacks got the kills, but honestly, I wanted to see a 10-0 start.
They need to start picking up. We've been looking like some
right, Meteor has ult on this one.
Same with Chi-Chu. These are superstars for a reason. We know they can thrive in pressure scenarios. They need to do some damage on this round.
Okay, Chi-Chu has heavy armor, so he can tank this bullet. Yeah, and he did tank the bullet, but he hit one back.
But now
great
EDG
shot.
still have a lot of time to play with. That's a great pick to find, right? And that's going to keep 2 players, maybe even 3, shifting over towards the A side of the map. EDG still have the time to play with, dodging away from the Fade Eye down towards B long to gear up for a B split.
That's nice though.
And with that Prowler going through the TP,
Clear over towards showers. 3+ Stacks
still. They are, and they want to get a better idea. For now, going to give away the game. Going to note the pressure coming in. Does have some of the Vice utility to depend upon to keep some security, but there will be a crunch, and it's going to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's going to be I mean, we definitely got to see what Izu can do here. Izu is in trouble.
A bit of a superstar in the making, and Simon, what is going on? I've never seen EDG look this lost in this round. But Izu, does he consider? I think he does. He's very aware
he's so on top of someone being here.
Smoggy has succeeded, but he spots out the player, and Chi-Chu's low.
Look at Meteor. Meteor snuck out into wood too.
Dude, poor observers. Like, I need to cut up to other stuff, but this duel is.
He still has his util to play with. He's still pinned on this one. Chi-Chu has to back away. Meteor getting away with
Wait, that should have killed him, honestly.
Now EDG starting to suffer.
They should have done way more damage.
Like
the observer's like, please, someone move it long.
Keeps it up for EDG, and he gets
That's the last duel. It's
kind
of doable. 2 bullets.
Those kills, and now
it's not over yet. The time is ticking. Nobody's going to be ice cold about this one.
No way, man. He's done another clutch. There's 13 clutches this tourney.
What is going on with EDG right now?
Wild, man. Wild. Big
It was
1v3.
just about unplayable. And then Izu out of nowhere with the Red Bull clutch.
Dude, he was the last one to go down.
The
That's
fact that
insanity.
he's able to stick here in Octagon,
How's he not cleared?
how's he there for the whole time? Honestly, think the Vice ult maybe sold it a little bit.
EDG were getting time pressured, so they went for the plant and tube. They were playing in back sight, and somehow Meteor slipped over, was able to go shoulder to shoulder with Izu. So then once Meteor's dealt with, there's still Izu. There's just too many problems for EDG to clear.
I'm waiting to see if there's an early timeout from EDG. Yeah, there is. There is a round 4
Round 4 timeout.
That is
Oof,
ugly,
it's rough.
ugly timeout.
Because it makes me worry that there are bigger issues at play.
Yeah,
here,
the fact
right?
that they're... Well,
Either-
there's a lot they can
because
speak
by
about at
round
the
4,
moment
there's
as
so
well.
little to be
They're
seen,
definitely
right? You're
weak.
coming in still
They're
very
definitely
new. Yeah, your
weak
money's
in...
gonna be in pieces. But
I mean,
T1
I like the whole...
absolutely
I like the
got
whole,
on
especially
the
against a
ropes by
KO.
round
Like
4.
Vice
I
setup
can't
on
believe
B,
what we're seeing.
and then
Don't
your...
forget that round, right?
Your
It's
Vice is
T1
playing
taking
over
advantage.
towards
They've
A,
got
but you
an
got like the
outlaw. That's
Fawns,
they
you got the
purchased.
Wall.
They got
Like they have so much info over towards there.
They're
just like kind of just raid bossing Izu on the fade.
And really what I'm imagining, because it can't be a game plan thing.
And then there's no chance to get hit by that KO knife as well.
Instead, it's talking about how
All the utils just like up the whole time.
falling apart in a moment like that. If Izu's not getting cleared, if those site players
And
aren't
they
turning
save
around
the
and adjusting
flash
fast
for
enough,
themselves
it
though,
seemed like
right?
Kung Kung was the
They
only guy
save
who
the
really
flash
lost
for
his match
A
off.
where
Yeah.
he's
Everyone
playing,
else looked a little asleep at the
but then
wheel and
everything
hesitant.
else is over towards
Hesitant to
B.
try and
It's
clear
pretty
the
cool.
player towards Octagon to try and
Okay,
find
and
a
then
really
once they
secure
kind of
post
sussed
mark.
out that,
Felt
they
like
now
kinda got
switched
stuck
all of their
in between
Vice
the
stuff back over
ideas, but
towards A.
They got to sharpen up here.
So
I
they're
know
gonna
it's a
keep 'em
long
guessing.
ball now, but if you give T1 this opportunity, a team who are, again, you look at the names on this roster for T1, they are obsessed with the game. They love the idea of it, right? Stacks and Icon, you've had Meteor, Buzz, these names are
Ooh.
household names.
Kind of mess
They've
up a
wanted
little
this
bit here.
for God knows how long.
Going back all the way to the Vision Strikers day. Early fight into showers, but T1 will do well to back away. They can play around their Vise util they've brought over to this A site. EDG are going to be stuck in this choke point for a long time coming.
Now we get to test the patience a little of T1 because you need to keep their composure
It's
here.
a shame.
Heard in the
If
interviews,
he
I
had done that
what
like
Stacks
what,
was saying
5
as well,
seconds
that
later,
they felt they could
would
have
have cleared
beaten EDG. There were a
showers.
couple of things that went wrong. They didn't blame it on anything else. It wasn't like just got
Nice
lucky.
shot.
But he took some accountability for it, knowing that they
Lee.
can tighten up the
Yo,
screws
that
a
did.
bit, polish it a little further.
Okay, good amount of
But
pressure
first
on
pick this
short.
time around for EDG.
Smoke goes down,
Can
but they do
stick
stay
the landing?
strong here.
Back-to-back
And
rounds
this is a
rounded into A,
well-timed
and
prowler
again,
from
moving into a
Izu.
little bit of a
Like
beast
if that
split.
didn't hit, you're probably going to see a
It'll be
rotate
interesting,
come
and
out. That
Kung
does
Kung's
hit,
one
they
away from the
stick
showstopper.
too strong here.
There's no EDG
Sylvan, big
get him
molly
online and keep
before
it
he gets
coming.
hit.
I like the stall towards long though, that is lovely. It divides and it conquers! Sylvan the one to try and do the damage this round. And again, the two players
They're doing
online
so
can't
good though.
support.
Every time these
Divided
smokes
by
come
the
in,
molly, held
like there's
back
so much
and
delay.
deleted
We saw
by
Fawns
Stacks.
on pistol,
Simon,
we
there's a
see
little
Molly
bit of
here
threat to
as
this round
well.
initially.
Like
We
anyone
saw a
over
little bit of
towards
that,
long
Pip
can't get
coming in.
involved.
Maybe something to be had.
Like we've never
That's been
actually
shut
seen like a
down
B
really
split where they've
swiftly.
gone through the two choke
Yeah,
points at
these
the same
angles too
time.
good. T1
It's always
freestanding.
one is
Flawless on
wrecked
board.
by either Fawns or Izu holding them, or a molly, and everyone's just running out of hookah and kind of just dying. It's nice. Obviously there's an eco, but
when you think back to the pistol round where Meteor gets the ace, he's tucked in Cubby, Izu is right up against wood there, and they've got this great crossfire going. Then here
should
it's very
EDG
similar,
be heavy
where Izu's
defaulting over
actually
towards
tucked
B
over
to try and get
behind
these
this
smokes
green
out
box.
earlier?
They're
For
playing
sure.
on opposite sides of the site very nicely, and EDG seems very slow to adjust and haven't done a great job of clearing away those
Sylvan?
corners.
No, yeah, the molly went
It
out
feels
and then
very
literally like
surprising
half
to
a
be saying
second
this
later it got
since
hit by
we're
the
so
knife.
used to seeing EDG in high peak
Okay,
form.
they got
Right now,
they got
lovely
Kang
attempt
Kang's
there with the
ult
jump spot
though.
coming in as well, just kind of
And it
adding
looks like they
layers to it.
want
So they're
to
gonna show
faster
that the
default
operating
over
is in
towards
play.
B long. For
Initially,
sure,
was
B long
posted
is
towards that B side.
annihilating
Now,
them.
obviously free to rotate.
Seems like EDG want to play some of these slower rounds. It's looked like Chichu and Simon have been sort of hand-holding
Yeah, I'm not sure.
on opposite sides of the map last few rounds.
I mean,
They've
this
been
is
playing
better
long,
though,
working
and they're like
the showers,
investing a smoke to
considering
make
BB
sure that they
leading
actually
and Embed or
take it.
whatnot, but even when they found the early picks,
Yeah,
it's
we're
not
then
like they're
gonna
relying
drone
on
up
lurks
secure
and
that we've
late
taken
round
it.
teleports to come into a site. They've reset into B splits pretty frequently.
And that's kind of
Yeah,
reset on the
Prowler
timer
hit,
is
so the
someone-
KO
okay, Prowler's
rotates
connected,
back
we've
over.
also got pressure up long. That's at least two players you could maybe extrapolate. You're going to know Kung Kung now as well. This feels very indicative of it being this B
If Izu
site.
gets a kill, he
It's
gets
hard
his
to
ult.
exec here though, because there's a knife to shut down the head.
Molly again towards long. This
Yeah.
time they beat it though. We're going to be
knife-
up on top. Easy tries to make a stand.
knife
goes down.
completely
Stacks
wrecked
on
him.
side, and Stacks could controlling the site. He's got an arm.
Oh my goodness, they're taking turns on this one. Stax had a great knife for that. The knife just shut down the ult. God, EDG are playing pretty rough on this one. They need to like actually take the map control instead of just like smokes down. We're hitting site. We're execing.
He held himself perfectly in these scenarios. It's incredible with the amount of pressure on that site.
Coming in with the utility, the knife, then
Every single time they're going into a Brim Molly.
And getting these 1v1 fights is incredibly surprising. I was expecting that swing a little bit quicker coming out here as well.
Is it just a mental thing more than tactics? No, this is tactics stuff.
I can't give a player like Stax that room to work. I need to see
it's not great.
Waking up.
It feels
like they're playing against the Viper comp at the moment.
EDG's game against G2 on Lotus, where they kept attacking the A site over and over again. Now we've seen what 3-4 B execs, and every time just good gunplay of T1.
They've done it again though, but this they can't. They need to stop. They need to stop. They're killing me, dude. They're killing me.
You've got to find something else to do here, EDG.
Like I get your game plan is to go towards B, but you gotta prod B. Stop execing, man. Oh, they're getting so wrecked. Please, guys, EDG, you gotta prod B. Buy an attack up if you want to prod, it's okay. Stop execing the B site. You keep giving them a heads up with your smokes, and then they're just mollying and then mollying. Everyone's running through mollies. Please stop. Commit sending it.
Meteor individually has more kills than the entirety of EDG together. That's what world are we living in? Unfathomable. And I love it for T1. I love seeing these players, as said, who've
and now they're going to think that they can't go B, but they can go B. They just need to just take the map control and chill. Like everyone against these comps like will take one of these and like insert someone so that if people are in any of these angles and they do A pressure, they get the rotates. And instead they're just smoked down, kind of just butting their head against the wall.
Something feels off with this team right now, and they have to course correct quickly. There's no longer any time to work with, at least on this opening map.
This is kind of cool. You put the wall so deep back that they hear it and they have to commit, and then you have an op holding it. That's awesome, though. That's a great setup from T1.
Also looking at the double ults, right? Chichu and Simon are ready to maybe look for an A exec. Now they've just got the null command to send it in. Flash out the smoke.
And the wall's still up over towards showers.
What is going on?
It's only him.
And now they're just sending. Guys, you gotta stop going fast against a Vice. I've never seen so much value from like fawns and mollies.
Do you burn another timeout?
Oh, you gotta burn another timeout. They're playing completely wrong.
Position, because this is not the team who won champs. This is not that team right now.
I genuinely think you have to pull the timeout.
Oh, you gotta pull the timeout. Look at how they're playing.
And the spacing between it, the stall coming out from the Vice utility, the mollies coming in from Sylvan. They're great. These are new things that EDG have never seen before.
Bro's 15-2 as well. Sheva Peach, thank you so much. Thank you.
Just getting shut down. But also, their slow play. Now that there's an op in the hands of Buzz, that's not going to be easy to keep working.
Guys, please stop going fast.
So they show a knife down towards B long.
You're a Chinese team. Buy an attack op. It's what all the Chinese teams do.
Not really. Stack's gonna then invest on Buzz, still not really.
But they got a plant, fair play.
A lot of this site is still
actually the best chance of winning a round.
But EDG have a decent position towards Lamps. They can dig their heels in here.
Yeah, nobody's got the ultimate as well.
That's racist, mate.
Off of contact,
literally, the Chinese teams buy op like 3 times more than other teams on attack. What are you talking about?
Go for it, get in there. Meteor fancying it. They're still on line of weapons. Meteor, they have no idea. Now they see him, but now it doesn't.
You've been spending too much time on Ardus this stream, mate.
Chichu turns, does get Meteor, but the paranoia mounting. They're burning every ult they got because they need a round. They need something on their side. But Stax is defusing. He gets taken off the defuse.
They got it half.
Might scrape by here. But Buzz and Selvin, going together at the right time.
Oh, God. Time? No time on this one. Oh, my. Okay, EDG got the plant down. That's all it takes.
They are just saw a kitchen sink flying past at that point.
Maybe the biggest investment I've ever seen in a MasterCard Thrifty. Putting 2 ultimates into the challenge. But really, it was that Lamps control like you were talking about. That worked out nicely. Meteor only gets that first kill. I think there's also a nade that lands right on Stax' head. Didn't hear that one coming in, that's for sure.
Oh, but again, it's so close. It's so close. It's almost too close.
Did a lot of damage, but they won a 50, so
right? This could be,
that is one.
Pumping a little bit, wake you up.
And
EDG showing them
no money
they
for the
can
attack
get on
up,
the
which would
board
really
here.
help
Gotta
them.
find more success than that. One's nowhere near enough.
Exactly.
It's nice from T1 though. They are like heavy getting info, and they are like heavy. I tell you what, Meteor's changed up his setups non-stop.
So EDG are going to move back into their slow rounds right now, but they seem a little bit
Oh,
timid
and they didn't
in
go
terms of
close
the
enough.
angles
They
they're
have
taking,
no
because
idea
they
the walls
know
here.
T1 have the good enough econ to have bought back into the operator, so it's only after maybe you see a peak that finally the Showers players start creeping. Finally, we see that
Okay,
creep
Smoke
into
gets
long.
committed, like they're taking over towards Hookah, but are they actually going to go close and find the wall? It's just solo Brim. I'm not sure he's going to default
I don't think
this.
that's going to cause too many issues for T1 yet.
Okay, there we go. He's found
As
it.
it stands though, it seems though T1 are in that 3-place
Okay,
stack.
this is looking a lot better.
Do
you want to create a bit of A pressure before we do this, or?
Meteor and Izu have done a great job of holding on to Hookah control pretty consistently. There will be Meteor in
A great off angle from Meteor.
Yeah, this could be nice though. They have no idea. Turns a flash, no sweat. He's gonna hold this down, and once again it offsets.
Oh god.
It delays the approach. He spots out one.
Kan's gone over towards elbow.
Fills the void. They are perfectly in unison. T1 shoulder to shoulder, making EDG again look frayed around the edges.
There's just
They,
no time
they
left.
probably
He's hungry. Oh,
He's 17 to 3. It's a shame they should have like vice flashed before they sent it in, no?
Simon, there's nothing to do but die. This dominance from T1 is absolutely gorgeous to witness. They've got a great
They were like,
and EDG
they were like 40-50% there, to be honest.
Is so snappy
They
in
just
those
needed to
moments
do
too,
this
right?
faster
He gets the first
and then
kill,
fake
doesn't
A.
immediately pop the ult
I think
because he
50 is
reclears
generous.
his
They were
legs
like
and says,
5%
Is there
there.
going to be a second player to come in and swing me? Once there isn't, then the Steel Garden comes down after Kong's already been sacrificed into the site. It's just these perfect moments of stall that continue to come in, and EDG have no response.
There's one watch party I'd like to be in, and the other one probably less so right now.
One's a party, the other one is not.
Yeah.
Okay, into Showers take. They got, I mean, they won the eco last time, but this one they've actually got nothing into it. We got 2 sheriffs, we got 1
Cool anti-read,
ghost.
someone's going to take contact, but Stax has a judge because last time on
This is probably the first time where Meteor's actually like, oh,
The operator
okay.
not big enough for you. You fancied a go on the ult as well. No worries, okay. Doesn't get the connection he wanted, but repositioning. T1 feeling a little cocky, right? It feels like they're so willing to fight on this. Feeling like they're favored, and right now they certainly are. Big
Nice shot.
Buzz, beautiful.
Really
Buzz
nice
with Gallon
shot.
Time, though. EDG trading back in. Nice though from Stax. Holds it down once
Yeah, and they
again.
should tunnel vision the guy
Denying
Heaven
split,
wins.
denying the
Oh,
crunch.
nobody.
Stax
That was
in
a nice
control.
kill as well.
Nobody. You
One
got
of their better
anything.
chances
Glimpse of
again.
that to maybe
Dude, their
chance it.
ecos are looking like their best ones.
Two, but no
Honestly, at this
options to get
point,
to the
I think I'm
teleporter
giving up
anytime
with B.
soon.
It doesn't look great.
45 seconds to work with. And now that he's spotted out, has to take the shot to take it down. He's gonna barely be able to escape and get the spike on the ground.
Okay, he's gonna get out of there. Fragment, knife, all still in play.
But there's like a seize as well, potentially to try and catch him. Izu's gonna try and make sure he can't escape. Just misses.
It's away from the
So honestly,
tether,
it's
but
probably
nobody
good
gonna
getting
play
hit
to
by
a
that,
elbow.
so they
It
think
feels
you're
very
still safe.
predictable, readable.
The problem
but
is
does
now,
T1
as
get
soon as
away
they
with
clear
this? Can
side, they know you're
clear
100%
this
elbow.
Cleanly, yeah, they can. T1 again. Look, just not.
They look
looking
great
phased.
though. This was an eco,
Again,
but still
in my
looking
mind,
good.
there's a lot to be said about T1 playing it incredibly well.
Do you think this is a comp
EDG
issue
looking
from
flat,
EDG?
and
No,
it
they're
feels like
just
we're
playing
at
their
that
own.
impasse almost between these two teams.
What I'm impressed with is even
They-
if
they
you
played like
all
the
of T1's
first, like, what,
utility,
5-6
just
rounds
those
wrong?
holding mechs,
And then-
playing off one another. They're
I mean,
quickly
that's too
repositioning,
many.
but always putting themselves in positions where there's two people holding complementary lines on every single avenue of attack, and yeah, that's what's gone so well for them.
It's simplistic, but it works. It works so beautifully. I feel like we haven't seen too many fakes in this, or kind of committed fakes. We haven't
No,
seen
we
them try to
haven't
pull
seen
that
any like
rotation too much.
committed
Yeah, maybe a
map
little bit of early
control.
contact, but
That's the
beyond that,
issue.
it's very simple
Like
in
they're
approach from
committing
EDG,
to
simplistic
sites when
3-2
they're like
splits. are being
back
met
here.
with T1 reading it easily,
And then when
not
they're back
feeling
here,
phased, not
they're
feeling
committing
pushed
smokes.
off. I want to see them get a little
Against the
bit more
comp that
complicated with
has
this. For now,
Teva,
Operator's still in
Nade,
play.
KO
Buzz, that was
Nade,
recovered
double
in the last round.
But
forms,
finally,
and
EDG have the ult cycle
and a
working in their
raise nade.
favor again. I think they're going to look for a quick attack over into the safe side.
He's looking disruptive though. Tries to divide.
Okay,
In front of them.
this is
isn't
looking
bad.
good.
He's still got a position to play from. Buzz controls towards Shower, gives a little bit of space
Wait.
to fall back from, but he fights forward. Still going.
I think Buzz is doing work.
Electric right now. Nobody and Smoggy, the only two on their feet, trying to get Simon back up here.
Okay, very
Fighting
nice.
together. EDG controlling backsides.
It's a brilliant call from EDG to keep fighting
Yeah,
forward.
to
Just
keep
get
going.
away from the operator.
But how
Izu
like
has
how
still been
deep
holding
do they
on
keep
this B
going?
site the entire time. EDG
Do these now
left
cut
Simon to
sound
deal
and
with
wait
the
for the
upper lane, and
raise,
they can even
or do
pivot back
we?
into him if he finds
Dude,
the pick on the
Easy
lurk.
could so win this.
Does he hear it? Does he know he does? Do they check? They've got to. They do. Smoggy gets him. Rotation.
Okay,
call.
very nice from EDG. Two, they double that up and they got some more ults. Say some more.
That's
Singular
EDG
ult.
finding a moment to actually thrive in the chaos. Seeing that narrow path forward. Because without Shower's control, it was very near to slip away.
Ooh, that was
Buzz
nice
played it
though. The
super
little
nicely,
dodge with the
dodging
vice
out
flash. I
the
missed that
flash,
first
coming
time.
back in for the swing. But EDG managed to pick up Simon, leave him as that late lurk, and call themselves out of a really tough round. Nice!
A little bit of a buffer, not much. It's 2 rounds. You gotta. I want to see at least 3 here. Izu, red
Ooh,
alert.
boy.
Does he get to live? No one there quick enough to chase him down, but certainly enough to pressure.
Okay, use your damage over
Last time
towards
EDG
long. You
used
gotta
the
take the
dribble
map
to
control.
exec into the B site, removed a lot of the corners T1 have
You
been
could
using in this game.
even put a smoke
Looks like
into
they
it if
wanna
you really wanted.
have some repeat success with that one.
Okay, knife
Now
goes in. I'm pretty
baited
sure they
out
hit
the KO
2.
knife, they can look to pop into the
With
site
that,
quickly, but
rotate
T1
comes
have
in,
done a great job to
and
rotate
with that
4
as
players
well,
in
we
this
had to
space
push
and get
all the
full
way over
lock up
towards
with Buzz out of
Showers. And I tell you what, Buzz hasn't done anything like this, and he's just done it on the last round. Kind of sick from him. Chichu's on top of it.
We reading that? I mean, it depends
This
how
is
far
a
he
much
wants to
better
go.
round from EDG though. Like they actually
Buzz doesn't
take
need to
map
go too
control.
far.
They take
But
map control
Chichu,
over towards
he read it
B. They
really
got the
well
rotate
then.
coming in. You kind of have to
Very
invest a
present
couple of
to
brim
keep that
smokes,
in
as we
mind,
can
and that
see.
should
Sylvan
open
has
the
no
gate
brim
towards A. Now,
smokes.
you don't know how much
Then they
freedom you
broke the
have, but
Prowler. Then they
this is
insta get the
certainly
lurker over towards A. That's pushed to give map control and send it. Like this right here is what they should have done at the beginning. Micho's crazy. I mean, that's a guy who has a crazy score right there. That is a guy who is really high up on the score.
Izu and Sylvan, tough predicament to play out from. Plenty of ults, nice from Simon. Very aware round from EDG.
Yeah, this was much better from EDG. Like their whole game plan of going B, that's what they meant.
A lot to ask.
Like fast B control into A pressure, and then you can wait for a reaction in terms of Prowler or push in. Make him use the brim smokes within the first minute, basically. That's kind of nuts.
This half they're about to go into, the attacking side, they only got 1 round versus T1 last time. They've got to look mad different.
Gang's like, why the hell is there someone here? Dude, what a half from T1 though. You gotta give him that. That pistol round really was sick.
We've got you. At Verizon, trade
His
in
own
any old
phones
phone for
allowed him
iPhone
to
16 Pro on
rotate
us,
in.
on any plan, and get iPad and Apple Watch Series 10, all 3 on us. That's up to $2,000 in value, only on Verizon.
The aim is warmed up here, mate. It wasn't even an aim thing, I'm telling you. There wasn't any angels to be had. Like everyone was running through mollies at the beginning of the game. Like there were no angels for EDG. Like if you look at the pistol, that's the angels. Like they're looking at someone else while someone's shooting them in the side because they're running through a smoke and a molly. Like this wasn't an angel or anything like that. This was just purely strat diff. You can't vanish a mod. EDG needs pistol? Oh yeah. And probably a bonus as well. Thoughts on bind in relation to the rest of the maps? What would be the best map pool at the moment? I think we're about to get the best map pool, but I would change out bind for Icebox. That's where I'm at. think that's the best map pool you can get.
So far here in Bangkok, T1 are currently 17
Icebox is crazy. Is it when Icebox comes out, you change bind?
In these low buys. And EDG
Because Icebox
are
is about to
trailing
replace
big
bind,
time
right?
coming
Or
into the
Abyss,
second
whichever way you
half.
look at it.
EDG, they have to start out
I
on
would
a
take
strong foot
Icebox
here,
out
or
and put
quickly
bind back
start
in
thinking about
with
Haven.
Ascent.
Yeah,
Lotus.
that is the conversation. We are in best of 5, so the conversation gets
Dreddy 4 with the Prime.
It is
Thank
the
you so much.
marathon
Thank you
and
for the
not a
9
sprint.
months.
We love to repeat it, but it is true. But the confidence alone that T1 should be able to take away
I thought you
from
hated
that first
Icebox.
half
Chat, I want
is
Icebox out.
unbelievable.
I want bind
Like,
back
to come
in.
into
Next
this,
map pool,
look near
where
on
they put
faultless,
Icebox
and
back
EDG
in,
scraping by with
and they
3,
put
puts him right under the gun again.
Ascent back in. I want to keep
lot of
Ascent.
pressure
I
on
want to get
EDG for
rid
sure.
of Icebox and have
Looks like
bind back
T1
in.
want to set up
Okay,
over
we
towards
got
this
it.
A side early. See Simon playing all the way back.
Maybe
in
that was my
spawn,
fault.
ready to
Kamster,
quickly
thanks so much for
rotate
that.
over to whichever
Sub, I
side of the map
appreciate you.
needs him. With that Teho drone going down B, seeing nothing. Now
Can we get rid of Breeze too? I mean, Breeze isn't in my
the
one.
knife ready to stall the hit.
Great shots.
Buzz gone. Oh,
That is kind of nuts.
and
well.
Fair enough.
Guess it's a 4v4.
And again, Izu, not one of the standout players, at least so far in this map, but he's certainly been a name that's been catching a lot of attention throughout, so see if he can maybe start heating up as well. But hey, it's been the Meteor show so far. Lovely flash.
Great flash.
What?
Oh my.
How
How was Chi-Chi managed doing that fast
Just keep
kill?
left clicking, I guess. Eventually it's going to work out.
Great
Oh
nades.
man, that is wild. Stacks and he... this round is ridiculous. This round is... Did he get spotted? He did.
Oh
Nobody
my.
really
2
sharp.
dinks.
But it's down to Izu. 1v2, not easy.
Oh
and
my. Dude,
nobody
look at the
not
shots in
letting
this
it
round. What
slip
the hell's
now.
that?
Diffuse for EDG.
I mean, maybe.
And that round felt
Maybe,
bizarre.
maybe. I think they still have to
It
win the
truly was.
bonus.
Every time a team was at a
1-1
numbers
for the
disadvantage, they're
Pistols.
getting multi-kills at the exact same time. But that is now 3 rounds in a row for EDG. And remember, this team played T1 on this map before, and they got kind of blown out of the water, especially
EDG
on
against an
their
eco, that's
defending
true.
side.
Let's
T1,
keep
I
it
think, did a
stage
very
by
good
stage.
job
They got to
of
win the eco
punishing towards
first.
the B side of the map pretty consistently.
Or the
Usually it's just
anti-eco.
going to be Chichu and nobody playing over on that side, but looks like EDG have changed things up slightly. Chichu's playing 2 rounds in a row over towards A. So we're trying to make sure T1's prep isn't so simple coming into the second half and already showing the adjustments.
They're
that'll
up
give
against
EDG fans hope
a Sheriff
have a better plan
and
coming in this time around.
a Shorty.
That is something we need to look at throughout
Surely
this series, is
they're
those
okay.
adjustments, right? A lot of the maps now being seen, a lot more being revealed from both of these sides.
I like this knife.
Frankly,
You
it
aim it
seems
so
like
it
the
goes over
adjustments for
towards the
EDG have been
corner
a
to see
weak
if anyone's
point.
following up
You
their
did
knife on
series
showers.
yesterday versus G2. This is a team that learns from their mistakes, that can tap into
And
their
it's not gonna get
individuals
shot.
and that firepower too when the actual planning, when the calling isn't going right.
And that's, for EDG here, you look at the clean rounds, they do have the better weaponry.
Oh no.
He's right behind
Oh
you,
no.
and he's got help.
Oh
Buzz
no.
just decimating them. He's
Come
on 5
on,
HP, but he's still
guys.
swinging. Okay, Spike's gone down. We've got Chichu and Smoggy coming back in.
Oh, that's a huge knife. It's going to spot both players. Meteor's right flush with the wall again.
You
T1
can't let him get away with it, T1! Still away the round.
Oh man, EDG get
again
ecoed
being
so
punished.
much. It's crazy.
T1 in
I've
that
never
cubby
seen a
corner
team
on
get
B
ecoed as
site.
much as EDG.
Just own
It's wild,
EDG.
man.
This team can't do
It's
anything
actually
about it.
wild. It's
Both
been
halves
consistent
now.
for the
To
whole
come in with a Mastercard
nearly 2
Thrifty
years
with
now.
Buzz somehow getting that timing into the smoke is crazy.
This is near on unforgivable, though. You got given.
I cast them.
No,
Mate,
that-
they're up
that-
against a
that's
shorty and
a
a
bit of
sheriff.
chance.
What do you
You
want
can
from
see
me?
what it does to the opposition. You can see how much that gets them closer to that finish line for map 1. They're up to 10. EDG, the opportunity dwindling here.
Mate, that's the
Can
map
they replicate
gone.
The same sort of thing. Sheriffs, Stingers,
Man, this knife is great.
Classics. It ain't much, but Smoggy, he's going to give it a damn good go here. Not sharp enough this time. And again, you don't fight one of T1. There's 2, there's 3. They are all there. I like the fast flank, but what does it matter when they
Lovely
get a house
path, and he
control
lands it
unless
so
it's a little
fast,
bit
he's
of stall?
accurate.
Yeah, EDG trying to dominate space into lamps right now.
Kang's in
Buy some
a...
time,
Ooh, I
but
respect that.
Buzz perched up in heaven is now
Kang's
gonna
in a
switch over
molly,
to the
decides to
spike
go
on the
for it and
ground.
actually
That's
got
more orbs
one.
to him.
We dodged the
Going
wall, we've done a
T1's
little
way.
bit of homework, we know where the wall
Chichu
for
taking the
T1 is,
very
so when we
long road
flank,
to
we're
get
going
over
over
here.
towards showers,
That's
or at least a long way
control, and
around.
now the
Problem with
quiet
Chichu is the rest of
is
the team's
so
dead.
loud. The fact
They
that
need
no
to
one
kind of
sees
survive
Chichu,
for
surely
him.
someone goes, probably a flank here. We still have the utility behind us. Might have taken the long route.
Man, I
but
can't
yeah,
believe they got eco there.
step
That's
closer,
so
but look at these
funny.
repositions in the post plant.
How many?
No one's really
how
vulnerable
many?
to him trying to work back into this.
How many
He'll
times
have
have they
to
got
give away the
50
game by
this
obviously
event?
tapping the spike. There's the awareness now. Meteor goes down for it.
There was a stat, right? That
Cost
they
him any
were
more,
they were up
Chi-Chi.
against 12 ecos in the best of 3, and they lost 7 of them.
Someone will
Was it?
check. And it was Buzz. Easy in the end. 3
And
standing.
I don't think that was
11
the
rounds,
game
EDG.
before
You had your
G2.
chance. You might have let
They
it
lost
slip.
8 out of 13.
Certainly seems
Yeah,
that
that's
way.
it.
T1 not phased at all by EDG. 'Cause
Imagine losing
they kinda
8
know that
out of
whenever
13
on defense,
ecos.
EDG run into some trouble, they just start walking at you. They say, hey, individuals go get some kills. That first fight down short didn't work, so of course Chi-Chu is going to be finding some opportunity on the flank.
T1 is good at ecos, and T1 are good at
This is kind
ecos.
of the
I agree
last
with you.
chance now for EDG.
They're
Light
happy to
armor
buy
on 4
like
players.
solo Bucky,
Buzz with some options here
like
on a
Shorty,
judge to
and just
wreak
Buzz
havoc
send
to
it.
the lightly shielded players.
One
But
off from the ult as well. Buzz
You can be
closing in on
great.
that.
You can be great
How
at
do they wanna
ecos, but you still
start
you
into
still shouldn't be
this?
winning
Not in a hurry.
8 out of
11-4.
13.
Yeah, often T1 will slow things down, see if EDG are going to overstep, and then they can bank off of Stack's ultimate to actually exec into a site. Main problem is going to be the Vise playing away from the util. That's stacked over on A short.
Kong Kong.
Kong's the solo here, gotta do a lot.
But they're going to try and stand and fight on this one, and they might get punished.
No way.
No
way. Dude, Buzz is doing so much, by the way. Buzz won him the eco, and he's making so much space for them to buy rounds. It's a good flash. Chi-Chi's not swinging off it, though.
Is at least controlling some of the space. Chi-Chu now working back in through from lamps. Going to be forced away from this, though.
He needed that. Now EDG come on in, but Sylvan still locking them down, seeing just a pixel angle over the smoke.
Yeah, Chi-Chu and nobody up against it now. T1 with the numbers. Izu waiting and watching, controlling so much of this site. There's nothing for nobody to do. He makes it go, but it is nowhere near good enough.
Yeah, very nice, man. Very, very nice.
12-4.
Buzz did great.
T1 are out for blood.
Dude, they got some good maps after this as well.
It's just a beautiful thing to watch right now. First, it's the pop flash, then this shot. I think, by the way, Sylvan or Meteor spamming off of minimap because Buzz like barely saw him off his shoulder inside of the smoke. And that's netting them a kill somehow. Then their fundamentals in the post plant always getting ready to swing off one another. EDG, what do you have left in the tank? There's a Tail ult, but it's 4 Guardians and a Judge. About as bad as it can possibly get here on 12.
Scraping what they can together, making something out of nothing, trying to at least. Chi-Chu holding the corner, trying to show a little presence, but there's a lot of players heading their way.
If they lose Hookah, it's over for EDG. The Thorns buying some amount of time for them to look back in towards Octagon.
So tense between these two.
They're in trouble, man.
Trigger the wall towards long.
They're
a
in
lot of bodies
trouble.
now spotted. I'm looking at Meteor's timing here. Does he try and catch a
Nobody?
little window on it? Oh,
Dude,
and
how
he's
do you not
rewarded.
kill them with a Judge there?
Meteor getting away with murder! And T1 just explode on the side!
If nobody's
Can
calm
Simon
and doesn't
lift to
run,
pick up
he
the
one-shots with a
pieces?
Judge, but he's not calm, he
He's
runs.
trying.
So he has to
Simon's
tap
trying,
the he has to
but
tap the Judge like 3 times. Okay.
One, like a
Brutal
dagger
start for
to the
EDG.
EDG.
Messed up like the first 6 rounds and
T1
really paid for it.
13 to
Very
4.
nice from
Just
T1.
devastating.
I will say, like, they
Destructive.
definitely spend a lot of
Meteor
time
and T1
on
just
some of their
waylaid
Vice setups.
EDG out of this.
It used to be like relatively stale when we watched them, but their Vice setups were everywhere on defense. That was cool.
Ah.